we can enjoy. Now, some of my shows aren't as chatterbug as everyone, but some of them are. And you know, some buttons were pushed this week, and I'm going to vent because I have a platform that could reach many people. And you folks need to understand. You have to understand Trump is the right person in the right position to do the right thing for us people so we can get our shit right. This selfishness, this I don't want to work for a living, this bullshit, that woe is me card, I am so tired of hearing it. Especially with, you know, folks of black descent, you know, who play the, well, you don't understand, you know, we were slaves. I think you need to do some research on that, and you'll find that there's a lot of information that tried to stop that before it even came into America. Okay? So you can blame Britain for your slavery issues. Okay? You want to really have a plight, why don't you talk about the Indians, the American Native Indians? And you want to talk about being put down and pushed down to the ground. But you don't hear them up in the uproar. You don't hear about American Indians in gangs and shooting people. You don't hear about that stuff. And the government control over their land is hurting the Indians. They fucking loosen up some of those things and let Indians own the actual land that they live on and let them do whatever the fuck they want with it. Enough with the, this is sacred land, the American Indians have been here for everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Alright? But this is America. 200 years later, 300 years later, 400 years later, whatever that exact number is, as we are about to embark on our Independence Day of freedom. Freedom. So I'm hoping that this weekend is going to be fairly peaceful. I know there's going to be a lot of protesters out there. I know one of the podcasts that I watch, you know, the Outlaw, he's going to Texas to go ahead and rebut it, and I love that about him. You know, I wish I had the capacity that I could travel the country and do things of that nature, but I have to rely on the variables that are presented to me that I can take advantage of. Not in a selfish way, but a go out there and earn it way, and be a voice. Be your voice. You're listening to the Katizinjamma segment on the Jay Stone Show at rockmetaltalk.com. And the key word there is rock, metal, talk. Talk. That's why I'm talking. This is my segment. So I recommend you folks to go out there, you Facebookers and such, to go watch some Prager University videos and start getting educated and try to reprogram and get yourself back on the facts track and not the propaganda track and believing that as fact and being brainwashed that you're supposed to be up in arms about. I can't, you're hurting me. Bullshit. Now, if you need to go ahead and reach out to Jay, he's on Twitter, he's on Facebook, he's on MySpace, and obviously you go to rockmetaltalk.com and catch past segments and shows. You can hear my program on that as well. He's got links about all of us, links to our websites. You can reach me on Twitter, Facebook, MySpace. I'm on the Reverb charts, climbing up again. I'm on the radio, not just on Jay's show. And you can go to Katizinjamma.com and learn more. Okay, we're going to listen to the next part of the Soundgarden album. This is what it sounds like when you take the record and you put it in the sleeve. And then you put it into the album. Let's grab the other album. We're going to listen to side 3. Side 3. Yeah, they only put like maybe 3 or 4 songs on a side when they try to do these album releases, not CD releases. But there's nothing like the sound of that needle hitting that record. You ready? There it is. So it's why I'm in debt and my credit cards are maxed out, because I'm trying to have enough arsenal so when that deck of cards does fly away because of the economic collapse, and it won't be just of America, it'll be of the planet. Remember that, folks. You guys who are taking advantage of the gimmies are actually shooting yourself in the foot and your future generation. So you have to think about your kids. And what are you saying to your kids when your kids are taking advantage of the system, and you as an adult who the past generations, and I'm not talking about the millennial generation, I'm talking about the X generation and the generations of the past, the baby boomers who have all the money. You, me, should be doing what I'm doing right now. Saying, fuck you all who don't like me talking about this shit. You go fuck yourself. Come knock on my fucking door and see how I fucking handle it. And start bitch slapping this younger generation back into shape. Because what we leave behind ain't gonna be here because of this younger generation. You don't want to put borders up? You want to let this fucking Sharia law shit come into this country? Listen, I hate to burn it to you, and then all you Islamists, anybody who's in the Muslim community, if you don't like what I'm about to say and you want to call me prejudiced, go ahead. Again, you come knock on my door and find out what I do if you don't like what I fucking say. You guys need to revamp your theory. You need to unprogram what you've been fucking shoved down your throat, not for just this generation or the last generation, but from the beginning of time. Again, the Quran is a book of hate. Muhammad is not a prophet. He was a terrorist who took advantage of the government and the political system for his agenda, and then spoon-fed that crap into you to make you believe that your life isn't worth anything until somebody dies. An infidel. And if you folks don't fucking believe me, start doing some fucking research on the Muslim religion. It is a book of hate. It's words of hate. Not love. Not peace. Not helping your neighbor. Not speaking truth. Hate. Hate, hate, hate. So you have to defend hate. It's probably why when you see on my Facebook or Twitter all the NRAs and the Prager universities and more proof about the actual words that are being said with the propaganda, okay? I don't put stuff on my post that I haven't done a little research on to find out the root of it. And when you hear somebody actually saying the shit that comes out of their face, and then you see all the bullshit that they do, again, actions speak louder than words, now don't they? So does that describe you? Again, let me ask you, does that describe you? Do your actions follow the words that you spoke earlier? Do your words get backed up by the actions you do later? Chris Cornell's death. Great example of that too. Great example of that as well. And you want to know why the healthcare system isn't in shit? It's part of that too. You want to know why? Because they have now indicated that drug addiction is a disease. Alcoholism is a disease. I think it should be relabeled. It's not a disease. A disease is something that you didn't ask for. You didn't ask to be born with cancer. You didn't ask to have hepatitis. You didn't ask to have tumors growing in your fucking brain so it blows up. No, those are diseases. Leukemia, that's a disease. Alcoholism and drug addiction is a self-inflicted problem. And the health community and our government took advantage of that, relabeled it so they could reprogram to think that, oh, it's not your fault. You didn't ask for this. Yes, you fucking did. Listen, when I was young, I did drugs because I was in a hellhole of violence, sexual, mental, physical abuse. Okay? I was in a spot that I couldn't get out of because I was just a kid. I was just a teenager. And I wasn't an adult yet. But I also had a conscious effort because my stepbrother used to always say when he would see the problems that was being handed down to me, here, have some pot, have some pot, have some pot, have some pot. And I would always say, no, I don't want to be involved with that stuff. I don't want to get addicted to that shit. But it was so fucking mind-numbing, my problems, that I had to do something to escape. And so I smoked some pot. And as I got older, I did other things. Now granted, I did not do crack. I did not do coke. Because I knew of the addictive characteristics of these particular items. I did more like mescaline and things of that nature. Mescaline was one of my favorites. But here's the caveat. Pot is a plant. It grows out of the earth. Okay? And I knew it didn't have the same addictive character traits as other things. And so when I got sick from taking too much mescaline, well, guess what? I fucking stopped. I made that conscious effort. As much I was like, wow, I missed that feeling. I grabbed it by the fucking nuts and I never looked back. So don't give me your bullshit about your disease of addiction, because that's bullshit too. And so you got duped into thinking that it was a disease, and when they realized you fell for it, Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Can you see the dollar signs all over the fucking place? The government and the health community, the pharmaceuticals, looked at a cash cow and said, ooh, we'll give them these drugs